What up, what up, what up? It's your boy. Decided to come back and holler at y'all, man, again the day before the 5th. I started to try to sound like that crazy woman, the airhead, but I ain't gonna do it to myself. We a day before election, man, and I'm going over the channels. I'm looking at what's being said. I'm paying attention to these so-called close polls. Then you go up to those other sites, and it's like the polls is not even close. Again, like I said before, if they win, it's because they stole it. She cannot beat that guy. She can't beat. She's an airhead. She cannot beat that guy with what she's trying to do. All the concerts in the world, you can resurrect James Brown if you want to. It ain't gonna help. It shouldn't help. We know what's happening now. And then, of course, y'all, you pick up something every time you look at one of these sites. And what I picked up today was y'all know my wife is right here, but man, I'm gonna go and say it. The lady is talking about decriminalizing prostitution. The lady is talking about decriminalizing prostitution. Again, they want to make whores out of your daughters. They want to make girls out of your sons. In some cases, they want to make sons out of your daughters. You just seen the girls' swim team campaigning for Trump, saying they don't want men in their sports. Or they don't want hot dogs or whatever that summer was in their sport. This is what the Democratic Party have been doing within our community for years. The problem is our parents, the majority of them, has been so uneducated, and they have been voting primarily based on who the preacher or someone in their community told them to vote. I'm finding out that we do not read policy. We do not understand policy. We do not care about policy. So I know we are not voting because we are informed people. We are voting out of emotions. We voting out of pain. We voting out of normalcy because that's what was done and who we voted for in the past. Anyone that's voting in support of that death policy, which is the Democratic policy, the one that goes against life, the one that goes against being able to, be who you are when you came into this world. When you're voting for that policy, understand that you're voting against everything that this country has stood for. And I, for one, think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting. Not only do I believe that Roe v. Wade should have been overturned, I don't think that you have a right to terminate a child without first both parties agreeing. Secondly, I still don't think it's, even if both parties do agree, unless there's some kind of medical emergency, I don't think none of you have the right to terminate a child that's on its way forth. If you don't want a child, then do what's necessary to make sure he don't or she don't start to proceed forward with coming out the womb. So, with that being said, anything you want to add about this decriminalization of prostitution, or what that's going to do within the community, the black community, white community, how you going to decriminalize prostitution, and yet you're going after?
They're going after our people, our children, our daughters. Again, that's the raising of the child should be left up to the parents. Meaning, if the parent is not accountable, then they need to pay. And if the child is out here doing things that they shouldn't be doing, they should be held accountable. Period.
See, she just spoke on holding the children accountable, holding parents accountable for what the children do. I'm a big advocate of that as well. If you're not going to do everything in your power to make sure that child is right, make sure he's performing the way he or she should perform in society, then of course that goes back to the instructor. It goes back to the parent. So yeah, I'm with that. Again, I'm still tripping on this decriminalization of prostitution. And in one mouth is they're gonna decriminalize prostitution, and on the other hand, side of the mouth or what have you, they talking about sex trafficking.
Right. How is that gonna happen?
Yeah, how that gonna work? You talking about sex trafficking on one hand and talking about decriminalizing prostitution on the other.
They're gonna be legalizing fentanyl next.
Man, they doing whatever. She's saying whatever she think will make someone feel good about her candidacy. They are trying to make it. She are trying to make it seem like that she is gonna help everybody in a nutshell, and it's not gonna happen. There's no way it can happen. Someone is gonna be unsatisfied, whether it be the women's sports. In fact, they might well just quit that anyway. They're supposed to be short. They should just quit that anyway. Why should they quit that? Because for one, they want more money for playing their sport. Two, they don't look good playing their sport. I don't care if it's basketball, soccer, what else they play? Softball. Softball, I might watch that a little bit because of the uniforms they got on. But outside of that, they don't look good playing sports, so we don't want to pay for something that don't look good while they playing sports. So they ought to just go ahead and quit altogether, or just do it for a pastime. You do not play basketball, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. Neither one of you play basketball well enough for me to spend $20 or $30 or even $50 to $60 or $100 on a ticket to see you play. Just not good enough for me to. I do not want to watch women run around really with no rhythm, doing something that, what we do it with nothing but rhythm. And then I don't want to, last thing, I don't want to see no homosexual women playing sports. I don't want to see no women acting tough, chest bumping, fist bumping, acting like they ready to whoop somebody, acting like they ready to, take on the world. I, for one, when I think about what a woman is and what a woman means to me, someone that would still open the door for a woman, someone that would take off his jacket for a woman, someone that would go out and protect if need be, if given the right circumstances, I would go out and protect a woman. But I'm not in particular going to protect a woman that act like me. If you want to be tough, then be tough. If you want to act like you don't need a man, then don't need a man. I don't want to help you. You can call it what you want to. I'm not going to support you if you're acting like a man. If you're not wearing pink, red, white, if you're not dressing with some kind of sex appeal, like anything else in nature, when you're dealing with the opposite sex, if you're not gonna conduct yourself like a bird or a lion that's, is trying to show off his mane and trying to build the best nest for the female bird to see, or however you want to chalk it up. I don't want to see a woman acting outside her element. And what is that, Rick? The element in which I was taught that a woman is supposed to act or conduct herself. Same way with a man. I expect a man to be a man all the time. And I expect a man, when he's upset, when he's facing a challenge, I expect him to deal with that challenge accordingly. So that means whatever and however it turn out, he get to use all forms of whatever he chooses that's in his disposal to be able to stop whatever madness is going on. That's what I think a man's supposed to do. And with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna let you go, man. Just holler at your boy, man. Know this, the 4th. Know that tomorrow's the 5th. And keep in mind on the 6th, before you walk out the door blatantly and like everything is okay, look both ways. There's no telling what these Democrats is gonna do. You have no idea what they're capable of, because something my mother used to say to me, and I understood after I got where I was going, that I understood what she was trying to tell me. And most of y'all is in the same boat I was. You can't see the forest for the trees. I'll let your boy.